Greetings, friends. Today we're going to deal with Masha's problem. Hi, Masha, can you tell us what happened to you?
Alcoholism is an incurable disease. I learned about it from popular science literature. Before that, like most people, I thought it was weak will, weak character, whimsy, and indulgence. To be honest, even now, when I know a lot about alcoholism, sometimes I forget and look down on people in a state of alcoholic intoxication. And if they are also unkempt, dirty, smelly, but that's sometimes. More often, I remember that most alcoholics are born alcoholics. But you can live with that. It's useless to fight it. You can recognize it and take action. There are groups of alcoholics anonymous, narcological dispensaries, private narcologists, rehabilitation centers, thematic forums, and communities on the internet. Despite the fact that society turns away, not accepting this problem, alcoholics themselves try to help themselves and others. My story is simple as hell. My mom and dad are alcoholics. I lived with my grandmother, but I saw the horrors of alcoholic life to the fullest. In high school, I started drinking with my classmates. It was cool. At university, I joined the student life. Unthinkable, as it seemed to me then without holidays with beer or vodka. I was not drinking yet, but I had already fallen in love with alcohol and the imaginary freedom it gave me. An unfortunate confluence of circumstances. A bedridden grandmother, a confusing situation in my personal life, and I reached first the point of daily alcohol consumption, and then the point of binge drinking. I began to realize my downward slide, deep, deep down, but saw no way out at all. Close friends consoled me, suggested I not call myself an alcoholic and look for the root cause. One friend told me directly what I was, and I naturally resented, took offense, began to communicate less with him. My husband knew about my illness, always very supportive. But at the very moment when I began to deteriorate exponentially was in another city on a long-term business trip, so that the worst I went through alone. I also learned to hide. On holidays, I would sip 1 or 2 glasses of wine or beer, knowing that there was a dose waiting at home or in my bag to catch up on alone. It was never enough. It went on like that for about a year. At first, it didn't affect work, or hardly at all. Working with a wild headache and 2 hours of sleep, it's hell, and that's despite the fact that I work with people. I don't know if they noticed any. Oh, you look great. You can't look over 40. Thank you. I'm 33. Then my alcoholism got to work. I found myself calling in sick more and more often, canceling appointments or forgetting about them altogether. Daily drinking turned into mini drinking binges on weekends. Mini EB because I didn't have a real hangover back then, but it came to me very soon. After about 3 hours, I wake up with palpitations, unbearable headache, nausea. Vomiting does not bring relief. Water is not digested and is immediately taken back out. I cannot sleep. I break out in a cold sweat. My heart is pounding frantically. Gradually, conversations, actions of the last few days come to mind. At that moment, I wanted to die. I lay there moaning, howling. Nothing could change. Calls, emails, going out on the street. I remember chasing a stray dog on the highway. I wonder why they didn't take me to the police. That's my bet years, but one time wasn't enough. I was aware of what was happening to me, but I wasn't ready to fight. To fight for a full life, but not against alcoholism. I repeat, alcoholism is incurable, and when you spend energy fighting it, it is wasted. It took me 3 bouts of drunkenness, 3 going to the bottom, with repeated calls to relatives with claims and insults, with random meetings and acquaintances. It's a miracle I didn't get involved in any street stories, with drunken confrontations with my husband to finally confirm the decision to start helping myself. In our culture, soaked in the smoke of cigarettes and the cult of alcohol, it has proven so difficult. How many temptations, how many mental and psychological traps. You notice the most acutely when you're trying to get out of addiction. Advertisements in stores, on the internet, on TV. The first 1 or 2 days are easy to hold us. You are not let in by hangover ailments. During this period, you don't want alcohol. You want to fall through the ground from shame. It seems that no one will ever forgive you. It seems that you are forever stigmatized as an alcoholic.
Believe me, that's not true. Most people don't care about you. Many of them don't even notice you're drinking. Of course, I am talking about the distant surroundings, not the close ones. The people who are really close to you will be with you. They will be very afraid that this time you will fail, but they will continue to believe in you. They always believe, until the last moment, until they are no longer close. It's day 3. The good feeling has returned. A lot of things have managed to fit into the picture of the world. The rest is removed from the head or archived. The work day is winding down, and a quiet voice whispers, "Let's have one bottle just to sleep, huh?" Welcome to the hell of withdrawal syndrome. All thoughts are about drinking, and if someone with a bottle comes into sight, I still don't understand how we managed to survive this period. It seems 100 times harder than climbing Everest. If only because in the first few months the body produces neither endorphins, serotonins, nor ethyl alcohol. The first is needed to feel happy well, or at least not unhappy, and the second, to anesthetize unimportant pain symptoms. At the first time of alcohol withdrawal, there is nothing similar to endorphins and anesthetic in the form of microdose of alcohol in the body. Alcohol successfully replaced all this, and the body has lost the ability to produce these important substances. As a result, depressive, apathetic state replaced by short, sharp outbursts of gratuitous anger, constant pain throughout the body, disturbed sleep, craving for sweets. By the way, white fever occurs just against the background of withdrawal syndrome, not at the time of intoxication. And that's the end of the video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a friend. See you soon!